Hey guys, and welcome to the top 5 unlockable items for Runescape 3. But a quick announcement before I start the video off. I just want to thank everybody who has voted on me for the Golden Gnome Awards thing. I didn't think this was a thing for me, but somehow a lot of people voted on me, and definitely all those people are subscribers of mine, so thank you guys for voting on me, as I'm now a nomination for the Golden Gnome Awards for the best new RuneScape video maker. I'm baffled, to be honest. I haven't won anything yet, but, I don't know what to say. Thank you guys. Now let's get into the video, shall we? Now at number 5 we have the Keyon Cape. Now this cape is amazing. But to unlock the cape you first require to have completed the Fight Keyon quest. Then you unlock the Fight Keyon minigame. And in this minigame, once you complete it successfully, you achieve one of the 3 capes if you choose so, or an uncut onyx as a reward. Now, it depends on how much damage you've done in the Fight Keyon. If you've done the most damage with range, you get the range version, and the same goes for the magic and melee version. Now, I do have a guide on my channel if you're interested in getting this cape if you do not already have it, and I'll leave that in the description below. Now, the Keyon Cape is the best in-slot cape for one style if you do not have the Completionist Cape, which is a bit better. It gives you 44 armor bonus, 2 prayer bonus, and 31 style bonus, being magic, ranged, or melee, depending on which version you have. So all in all, this cape is definitely worth getting, and it is quite tricky sometimes, but once you complete the Fight Keyon one time, you'll probably have an easier time getting the other 2 capes. Now at number 4 we have the Slayer helmets. Now there are various versions of the Slayer helmets, but the standard one costs 400 Slayer points to unlock the ability to craft it. Then 400 more for an upgrade, 600 more for the next upgrade, and then 1000 for the final upgrade. Now the Slayer helmet gives you protection against Slayer creatures, and that's good on its own. So let's say if you're killing aberrant specters, you don't require a nose peg anymore. Now the great thing about the Slayer helmet is that on task it gives you 12.5 to 14.5, depending on which version you have, percent damage and accuracy boost. Now this is immensely powerful or benefiting. This is actually the best in-slot item you can use during your Slayer training if you have the helmet unlocked. If you're interested in more information about Slayer or the Slayer helmets, please check out my 1 to 99 and 120 Slayer guide, which I'll again link in the description below. At number 3 we have the Wilderness Sword 4. Now the benefits you see on screen are actually from a few of the different versions of the Wilderness Sword, being the Wilderness Sword 1 to 4. Now there are more benefits to this item, but I'll be covering the main or most important ones. First of all, it's a level 70 main hand weapon, so if you're an Iron Man this can actually be a good weapon. Or if you're low level and you do not have the money for a higher level weapon. Now the Wilderness Sword gives you unlimited teleports to the herb patch in the wilderness, which is very useful. To Edgeville, closer to the bank than the lodestone in fact, the Foreign-Free dungeon, and the Wilderness Agility course, which is amazing. Now, apart from that, the item also gives you a 5% bonus experience boost at the Wilderness Agility course. So apart from teleporting there, you get some extra experience too, which is kind of nice. Now once a day during Warbands, you can also teleport to the Warbands camp location, which is very useful if you want to get there fast and be the first person there. It also gives you a 5% drop chance increase at the Revenants for the Ancient Warriors equipment, so Vesta's Longsword, Statius Warhammer, etc. And one of the best things about the Wilderness Sword is if you are equipping it before you kill a wildy worm, you get a noted Searing Ashes drop, so you can easily camp there for longer, which is very useful if you know what you're doing. Now there are even more benefits to this item, but I'll link a link to the wiki page in the description down below if you're interested in more of the benefits. These were just the main and most important ones. Now at number 2 we have one of the best rings in the game, being the 6th Age Circuit. Now this item is a reward from the World Wakes quest if the other required quests are complete on screen. You can complete the quest without doing these, but then you will not receive the ring. Now, the quests you require are the Ritual of the Majorat, the Firemaker's Curse, Branches of Darkmere, the Void Stares Back, and the Chosen Commander quest. Now, the 6th Age Circuit is a hybrid ring giving you a plus 21 style bonus in all styles, and it has 12 armor bonus. Now the cool thing about this ring is it actually isn't lost on death and kept automatically, unless you of course die in the wilderness, then it's lost and you have to reclaim it at the NPC. And at number 1, in no particular order, one of the most useful items in the game, the Tyran Win Quiver 4. But the rewards you see on screen are again just like the Wilderness Sword of multiple versions of the Tyran Quiver. Now, to get the Tyran Quiver 4 you require to have completed all the Tyran tasks. including the elite ones. Now, it gives you various teleports to elven NPCs and areas, plus the harmony pillars. It also gives you double the crystal tree blossoms from harvesting a crystal tree. It gives you 5% damage increase against dark beasts in the morning tunnels, which is amazing. And in Prif only, it gives you a 5% damage increase against the shadow creatures and against the elves, which is kind of useful if you're on a slayer task. Now, the amazing part about the Quiver is the ground walls do not require bait anymore, so if you're going for 120 hunter, crystallizing ground walls, that's actually so good. Now, if you're going for 99, 120 or 200 mil summoning, you will find that the Quiver can be handy as well if you're swapping back your pouches for spirit shards, to save money or to reuse, again if you're an Iron Man or something. Now, if you have the Quiver, Lord Amlod will swap pouches for 10% more spirit shards, so an 80% return, which makes a difference compared to the standard 70% shard return rate. And if you like AFK training for prayer, well, the cleansing crystals in Prif will be used automatically after each other with the Tearing Quiver equipped. And if you're interested, the Quiver has even more benefits, and I'll leave a link to the wiki page of the item below. And on that note, I want to conclude this video. Again, thanks to everybody for nominating me or voting on me for the Golden Gnome Awards, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
I'm never gonna stop, yeah. One shot, that's all you got. Take it right now, before you get lost, yeah. One shot, that's all you got. Write your own story, you control the plot, yeah. One shot, that's all you got.